What's going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about the pros and the cons of living on a golf course in Central Florida. My name is Brandon Ingoldsby, and I'm the licensed real estate broker for Wolves Realty right here in Daytona Beach, and I love helping people with all their real estate goals, including relocating down to Florida. So if you have any questions whatsoever, all my contact information will be down in the description, and I look forward to talking to you soon. So a lot of times when people consider moving to Florida, the first thing that pops in their head is, hey, I either want to live on the beach or I want to live on the golf course. And that sounds great and all, but a lot of times you don't know what you're getting into when you're actually moving to a golf course community. I know several people that have bought into a golf course community and sold their house, less than a year or so later. And that's something I want to help you avoid if it's probably not a good fit for you. So let's go ahead and start off with the negatives. So negative number one is going to be something that probably seems pretty obvious, but I feel like is often fairly overlooked, is if your house is lining a fairway, you're going to get hit by a lot of golf balls. Honestly, I don't care if you're the third house on the fairway or you're the eighth house down the way on the fairway. You're probably going to get hit by golf balls. That's just how it works. There's golfers of all skill levels that are going to be going out there, and some of them can't hit it more than 20 yards without hooking it into somebody's house. It just kind of is par for the course. And unfortunately, even if these people break your window, if they keep driving and you're not home, there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. It's just kind of part of living on that fairway. Now, with that being said, if you're pretty familiar with golf and you know your way around a course and you kind of have an idea of where people probably have a tendency to miss hit, you can use that knowledge when you're purchasing a home and kind of bear that in mind of, the shape of the hole, how likely it probably is to get hit. Like if there's a tee box and you're the house right after the tee box, it's probably, unlikely that you're going to get hit with a golf ball. All right, so negative number two is not necessarily a big deal for me, but I know for some people it's definitely something that they can't overlook, is the fact that when you're on a golf course, even more so than, some other generic communities, they definitely build the houses like one on top of the other. And for some people that can be super annoying. You don't have that much space, your privacy's down a little bit, and it's just something that you kind of give up when you're moving into most golf course communities. So if you would like a little more privacy, it might be beneficial for you to consider purchasing a home outside of the golf course community, but making sure that it's within good proximity of various golf courses that you like to play. So negative number three for me would probably be the fact that the neighborhood's always kind of busy. It's never quite as relaxed as you might think it would be. Whether it's adults driving around on golf carts, kids driving around on golf carts, people riding their bikes, walking their dogs, which I think are a good thing. It makes it, very much alive. But some people like it when stuff's a little more dead and there's not as much foot traffic or car traffic or golf cart traffic. That's something to definitely consider because people are, commuting from their house to the clubhouse on, all different types of transportation, whether it's the cars or golf carts. So it always kind of seems like there's a little bit of a hustle and bustle going on. So that's something that you have to expect if you are going to move to a golf course community. So negative number four, and this is a pretty big one for me, is, you feel pretty obligated to play the course that you live on most of the time, which it's not a negative if you pick, one of your favorite courses and you can find the house that you love in there. But if you just kind of settle for, a course that you kind of enjoy or you're not quite sure, you might regret it 1, 2, 3 years down the road, when you find another course in an area that you prefer much more. All right, so now that we addressed the negatives, let's go ahead and move on to the positives. Positive number one is that golf communities are almost always the best kept communities in the area. They're absolutely gorgeous. The HOAs take care of all the common area. The clubhouse is usually really nice. And it's overall just a fantastic scenery. And it's exactly what you would picture when you think about living in a golf course community. Number two is going to be that if you are a member there, or if it's a totally public clubhouse, you're going to have access to the clubhouse as well as the other amenities that are in the community itself. Whether it be, tennis, squash, I think it's called, shuffleboard, golf itself, the restaurant, if they have a restaurant. Some of them have fitness centers. It really just depends on exactly which community, but you basically have almost everything that you need like in the community, minus grocery stores and things like that. So number 3, and this is one thing that I've kind of noticed over the years of going to the same golf courses over and over, is you always see like the same guys that live there always playing together. It's almost like they moved in, became best friends, and then next thing you know, they're playing golf together for a decade or two. You definitely build a lot of friendships in the neighborhood if you're a sociable person. That can definitely be a big benefit, like especially if you're retired, you're always going to have somebody that you can go play a couple rounds of golf with. So positive number 4, and this is something that's commonly associated with golf communities, is the fact that it's a little bit more of a luxurious lifestyle. Typically, it's people that have done well for themselves, whether it's in business or, they had a great job, for a long time. But typically you're surrounding yourself with, people that had, really good professions or that were just in general really smart with their money and invested well. So it's going to be nicer stuff. Typically the restaurants that are there are going to be really good. Golf course is going to be really nice. It's overall just a great scenery and a really great vibe. So number 5, and this is probably the biggest one for me, is the convenience of being able to go play golf whenever you want. You're literally just, a minute or so away from the course. So if you get an itch to go play, you can get on out there and, go play around. So number 6 is going to be the fact that you're able to get out and really enjoy the outdoors. And not only if you're playing golf, but if you're going for a walk, a bike ride, anything of that sort, you're going to get out there and really be able to enjoy all the scenery. So that's going to wrap up my pros and cons of living on a golf course in the Central Florida area. Once again, my name is Brandon Ingoldsby. I'm the broker at Wolves Realty in Daytona Beach. And if you have any real estate related questions, my contact info is going to be down below. If you haven't yet, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll really be getting out a lot more content talking about living in Central Florida. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one.